Hello, dear students. Glad to meet you again in this session. In this session 1.11, we are going to discuss very important concepts of reactions and solution from chapter 1, some basic concepts of chemistry in grade 11. Before getting into today's concept, let us recall all the topics that we have discussed so far. In session 1.1, we have discussed the importance of chemistry, nature of matter, and its classification. In session 1.2, we have discussed the 7 basic units of SI system. In session 1.3, we have discussed the physical quantitative properties of matter. In session 1.4, we have discussed the uncertainty in measurements. In session 1.5, we have discussed the laws of chemical combination. In session 1.6, we have discussed the postulates of Dalton's atomic theory, atomic mass, molecular mass, and formula mass. In session 1.7, we discussed mole concept, Avogadro number, molar mass, and molar volume. In session 1.8, we have discussed gram equivalent mass for oxidizing and reducing agent and for acids and base. In session 1.9, we have discussed the molecular and empirical formula. In session 1.10, we discussed stoichiometry and its calculations. Learning outcomes. Students, at the end of this session 1.11, you will be able to list the methods to express the concentrations in chemical solutions, define mass percentage or weight percentage, mole fraction, molarity, and molality, and you will be able to distinguish the difference between molarity and molality. Let us recall the basic terminologies used in this concept. Solute. Solute is a substance that gets dissolved in a solvent. For example, if you take salt, it gets dissolved in water. So, salt is an example for a solute. Solvent. Solvent is a substance that dissolves the solute. Here, water dissolves the salt. So, water is an example for a solvent. Solution. Solution is a mixture of solute and solvent. For example, here I have taken copper sulfate salt. This copper sulfate, when we dissolve copper sulfate in water, it gets dissolved and forms copper sulfate solution. So, solution is a mixture of solute and solvent. Reactions in solutions. A majority of the reactions in the laboratories are carried out in solutions. The concentration of a solution or the amount of substance present in the given volume can be expressed in any of the following ways. They are mass percentage or weight percentage, mole fraction, molarity, and molality. Students, already we have discussed the term mass percentage in session 1.9. Mass is nothing but the amount of matter present in a substance. And if we express this mass in percentage, we'll call it as a mass percentage or percentage composition. For chemical solution also, we use the term mass percentage. Mass percentage equal to mass of the solute upon mass of the solution into 100. Let us understand this concept mass percentage with an example problem. A solution is prepared by adding 2 grams of a substance A to 18 grams of water. Calculate the mass percentage of the solute. Now let us substitute the values in the formula. So mass of the substance they have given 2 grams upon mass of the solution is nothing but mass of the solute plus mass of the solvent. So 2 grams of A plus 18 grams of water. How we get this 18 grams of water? We know the formula for water is H2O. 2 into atomic mass of hydrogen 1. So 2 into 1, 2 plus atomic mass of oxygen is 16. So 2 plus 16 on the whole 18 grams of water into 100. So now 2 grams, 2 plus 18, 20 grams. So 2 grams upon 20 grams into 100, we get 10 percentage. That is the mass percentage of the solute in the solution. Let us take an empty glass tumbler and fill it with orange juice up to the brim. We call it as 1 full tumbler of orange juice. On the other hand, if we take another glass tumbler and fill it with orange juice up to the 50% of the glass tumbler, we call it as half a tumbler of orange juice. Since a part of a glass tumbler is filled with orange juice, we call it as fraction, that is 1 upon 2. Let us apply this concept fraction in mole. Mole fraction is the ratio of the number of moles of a particular component to the total number of moles of the solution. For example, if a solute A dissolves in a solution B and their number of moles are Na and Nb respectively, that is, the number of moles of A is N suffix A and number of moles of B is N suffix B respectively, then the moles of A and B are given as follows. Mole fraction of A equal to number of moles of A upon number of moles of solution, that is equal to N suffix A upon N suffix A plus N suffix B, the total number of moles of the solution. Mole fraction of B equal to number of moles of B upon number of moles of solution, which is N suffix B upon N suffix A plus N suffix B. That is the total number of moles of the solution. The next important concept is molarity. Molarity is defined as the number of moles of the solute in 1 liter of the solution. That is very important. It is the most widely used unit and it is denoted by the letter capital M. Molarity, that is capital M, equal to number of moles of the solute upon volume of the solution in liters. Here I have given 1 molar sodium hydroxide solution as an example. We know that the atomic mass of sodium is 23 and atomic mass of oxygen is 16 and the atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. So if we sum up, we get 40 grams, that is 1 mole of sodium hydroxide. Here I have given how to prepare 1 molar sodium hydroxide. For that, we have taken the volumetric 1 liter volumetric flask. First, we have to take 1 mole of sodium hydroxide solute in the 1 liter volumetric flask. Then we have to dissolve the salt and add water until it reaches this mark. Now we get 1 molar sodium hydroxide solution. So 1 molar of sodium hydroxide means 1 mole of sodium hydroxide present in 1 liter of the solution. For example, if we want to make 0.2 moles of NaOH, we have to take 0.2 moles of NaOH and make it for 1 liter. For that calculation, we need to know how much volume of concentrated 1 mole NaOH should be taken and make it for 1 liter. If 1 mole of NaOH is present in 1000 ml, then 0.2 mole. For that calculation, we need to cross multiply. So 1000 ml into 0.2 mole divided by 1 mole, which gives 200 ml. Thus, 200 ml of 1 molar NaOH are taken and enough water is added to make it 1 liter. The same calculation can be calculated using the general formula M1V1 equal to M2V2. In this case, M1 is equal to 0.2 molar, V1 is equal to 1000 ml and M2 is equal to 1 molar. So we need to calculate V2. By substituting these values in this formula, we get 0.2 into 1000 ml equal to 1 molar into V2. So V2 equal to 0.2 into 1000 ml by 1 molar, which gives 200 ml. Students, you need to note that the number of moles in this 200 ml is 0.2 molar. So even after when we take this 200 ml from this 1000 ml, that is 1 molar solution, and make this 200 ml into 1 liter, the number of moles of the solute is 0.2 molar. Why? Because while diluting it to 1 liter, we didn't change the concentration of the solute, we have changed the concentration of the solvent. So the concentration remains unchanged even after dilution. Let us discuss one more problem under the same concept, molarity. Calculate the molarity of sodium hydroxide in the solution prepared by dissolving its 4 gram in enough water to form 250 ml of the solution. We know that molarity is equal to number of moles of solute upon volume of solution in liters. Here they have given the solute in grams. So we need to change it into mole. We know that mass mole relationship. We have discussed this mass mole relationship in the previous session. To convert mass into mole, we know the expression mass of the substance upon its molar mass. Here, what is the mass of the substance solute? They have given 4 grams upon molar mass of NaOH is 40. So 4 upon 40 gives 0.1 mole. So now we have converted the mass of the solute into moles of the solute. Volume of the solution, they have given 250 ml. So we need to convert the ml to liters, because in the formula molarity equal to number of moles of the solute upon volume of the solution in liters. So we need to convert into liters. To convert the milliliters to liters, we need to divide it by 1000. So 250 divided by 1000, we get 0.250 liters. Now let us substitute the values in the formula. Molarity equal to number of moles of the solute we have calculated as 0.1 mole upon volume of the solute in liters. Just now we have calculated 0.250 liters. We can write 0.4 mole per liter as 0.4 capital M, because capital M is the expression to denote molarity. We know that molarity is the expression of the number of moles of the solute in volume of the solution in liters. So molarity of the solution depends upon temperature, because this volume of the solution is temperature dependent. The next concept is molality. Molality is defined as the number of moles of the solute present in 1 kilogram of solvent. It is denoted by small m. Molality equal to number of moles of the solute divided by mass of the solvent in kilogram. That is the main difference between molality and molarity. Molality is the expression of mass of the solvent in kilogram, but molarity is the expression of volume of the solution in liters. Now let us understand the concept of molality using an example problem. The density of 3 molar solution of sodium chloride is 1.25 grams per milliliter. Calculate the molality of the solution. So we know that the molality is the number of moles of the solute upon mass of the solvent in kilogram. Number of moles of the solute they have given 3 moles per liter. So to find the mass of the solvent, first let us calculate the mass of the solute, so that we can deduce the mass of the solute from the solution and find out the mass of the solvent in kilogram. We know that the atomic mass of sodium is 23 grams, chlorine is 35.5 grams. So the mass of sodium chloride is 58.5 grams. Now in this problem they have given 3 molar of sodium chloride. So we have to multiply it by 3 so that we can find out the mass of the solute in this solution. So 3 into 58.5 grams gives 175.5 grams. Next, we need to find mass of 1 liter solution. But in the problem, they have given density of the solution. So we know the expression which relates density and mass. Density is equal to mass per volume. Using this expression, we can find out mass of 1 liter solution. That is equal to volume into density. Volume 1 liter means 1000 ml into density 1.25 grams per milliliter, which gives 1250 grams. So in our case, the mass of 1 liter solution is 1250 grams. Now we have to find the mass of the water, that is the solvent in the solution. For that, we have to subtract the mass of the solute from the mass of the solution. What is the mass of the solution? 1250 grams minus what is the mass of the solute? 175.5 grams. If we subtract these numbers, we get 1074.5 grams, which is the mass of the solvent. According to the expression of molality, we have to express the mass of the solvent in kilograms, not in grams. So we need to divide grams by 1000. So 1074.5 grams divided by 1000 gives 1.0745 kilograms. The main difference between molarity and molality is expressed in volume. Volume is a temperature dependent unit. So molarity is a temperature dependent. Molality is expressed in mass. Since mass is independent of temperature, molality is also independent of temperature. Students, let's recall all the concepts that we have discussed in this session. We have discussed the methods to express the concentration in chemical solutions. We have discussed about mass percentage or weight percentage, mole fraction, molarity, and molality. And we have discussed the difference between molarity and molality. Hope this session was useful to you. See you soon in the next session. Have a nice day. Thank you.